Hello guys, it has been a good hot minute since I don't know why that sounds wrong. Um anyway, it's been a long time since I've done a collection video because I don't know, just haven't really been in the mood to make one. So in the last two collection videos, I can't really remember. See, it's been too long. We went over my PlayStation 1 collection. We went over my PS2 collection. We went over some of my handheld Nintendo collection stuff. And now I'm going to go over my PlayStation 3 collection because I just recently counted how many I had. I have about 115-ish games. So, yeah, I figured I might as well just go over a few games in the collection, point out a few little odds and ends that are just in here. Obviously, I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot about super popular titles. I might, if I have like a memory of it or something. But I guess we should start here. A game that I should definitely play more of. 3D Dot Game Heroes. It's basically Legend of Zelda, but you're able to actually make your own hero, which is really cool. So there's a lot of customization in that aspect, but apparently there are also preset heroes on there too, so you can kind of mess around with them. So the goal of the game, upgrade your sword so that whenever you swing your sword, the entire the screen is filled with your sword. Like, essentially your sword just gets longer every time. Look how long that sword will get. Anyway, Alpha Protocol, it's an okay game. I never beat it, but I have played it in the past. It's just interesting. It's made by Obsidian, so there are dialogue options in the game, so there is like a choose your own adventure type aspect to it. Basically just with like secret agent kind of stuff. So not too bad. Have not touched Arno Surge, so do not know that much about it. If you've played any Assassin's Creed game, you've played them all. They're almost the exact same. I mean, with little upgrades to each game every single time. What's weird is I don't have one for the PS3, but I have the first one for the Xbox 360. Like, this is my original copy. But all of these I got rid of at one point. I only had 2 in Brotherhood, and I think I had 3 at one point. But again, they eventually bored me, but I found them really cheap again, so I just said, screw it, I'll buy them. So, the Batman Arkham games, they're fun. I mean, in some regard, you are basically just mashing buttons until all the bad guys are dead. So, yeah, they're okay. This is an interesting little title. This has PlayStation Network games already on the disc. So you get Vikings Attack, Sound Shapes. Tokyo Jungle is the one reason I got this, even though I think you can technically still download it on the PS3. I'm not 100% sure. And Fat Princess. You know, that one Fat Princess that was in PlayStation All-Stars that really... As I drop it. Damn you, Fat Princess. Anyway, yeah, I have never played the game. I, again, only played it for the Tokyo Jungle. Cute little doggy. Beyond Two Souls was a fun cinematic experience with the Green Goblin. I actually recently, as of, I think, late last year or so, I beat all 3 of the BioShock games. I'm wondering if they'll ever come out with another one. That'd be pretty cool. Blaze Blue Continuum Shift, it's a fighting game. This is one of the older ones, I think. Yeah, I don't even think this is the best one. I think Chrono Phantasma Extend is like the best one you can get on PS3 or PS4. I forget which systems it's on. The Borderlands Triple Pack. I don't know if this is really the best version to play this any of these games on, but we'll take a chance. I've gotten pretty far in the first one, haven't touched the other two. Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway is an interesting game. It's like a mix of strategy with a first-person shooter. You position your troops or your squad members. You basically have like two different squads most of the time, and both of them do specific actions. Like one is usually meant to pin down the enemy, the other is usually meant to flank the enemy. Sometimes they'll have like special units in them, like the Bazooka Man. So yeah, it's fun. It's got an interesting story too. I mean, it's a gritty World War II experience, so if you like stuff like that, it's pretty cool. One of my favorite games of all time, Brutal Legend. It's a wonderful, whimsical story of heavy metal. If you've never heard of this or played this, I suggest picking it up. It's fairly cheap on both Xbox 360 and PS3. So, yeah, get on playing this. Because that's Jack Black, and Jack Black is great. Bulletstorm. I recently picked this up and have not played it, so I cannot tell you what my thoughts are on it. The Bureau. A third-person shooter XCOM game. Very weird, as I've only played really the top-down strategy games. So I did play a bit of this. It's very weird, but I like it. Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, that's what you guys want to see. Call of Duty games. Surprisingly, this is one of my favorite Call of Duty games for a number of reasons. One, just how it feels. The story was actually pretty cool, too. I did actually enjoy it compared to, like, gritty modern warfare, which, again, you know, I do like Call of Duty games, but sometimes they just get really tedious and monotonous and over again, but whatever. Yeah, for some reason I have the Hardened edition. This was like $4, so I was like, yeah, I'll just get this big steelbook edition with a art book, and it also included the Call of Duty Classic download, so that's pretty cool. A game I've also never touched, Castlevania Lords of Shadows. People have ripped this game for a number of reasons. One, saying it's a God of War clone. I don't know, it looks different enough, I guess, so maybe I'll give it a go. Another personal little strategy game that I really like, Civilization Revolution. It's kind of like an easier Civ game, but it's still really fun. I really enjoy this game a lot, especially all the wacky facial animations that they put on all the leaders. So, Dante's Inferno, I recently picked this up. So again, I don't know much about it because it was super cheap, so I just decided to pick it up. So, hooray. I recently beat The Darkness last year, and this was a good first-person shooter, but some of the elements in it made it kind of frustrating. But very, very interesting mechanics. You use demon arms to eat hearts, and then you use these little goblin fuckers to annoy your enemies while you go up to them and shoot them. So, really cool. And I have not touched The Darkness 2, so hopefully this game is just as good or even better. Darksiders. I should play this game, as I actually really enjoyed, like, maybe the first hour. And yeah, that's all I put into this game. Yeah, Darksiders. I should play this more. It also has Mark Hamill in it, so little known fact, or very known fact, I don't know. Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls. Just gonna put that back. Dead Island. I had a blast messing with people online in this game. You would make, like, bombs out of deodorant, and I made, like, 30 or 40 of them. And they're very hard to make, too, so I would just keep throwing them at people in online servers. So, that was fun. Dead Space 1 and 2. I got a little far in Dead Space, but I didn't go back. Not because I was scared or anything, you know, that'd be ridiculous. We don't talk about that. Deception 4 Blood Ties. This is interesting. I don't know, I just picked it up on a whim. I mean, I don't know. I didn't play it that long. It's an interesting game. You, like, lay traps for people that are trying to come into your castle and kill you, and that's kind of just the whole game. So, Demon Souls. I put a little bit of time into this. Actually enjoy it a little bit better than Dark Souls. No offense to Dark Souls fans. Disgaea. I have not touched a single Disgaea game, even though I own... Actually, I think I only own this, and then I own, like, a Disgaea game on PS2. So, not a huge Disgaea fan, but it was super cheap, so I picked it up. Diablo 3. I know this isn't the best version of it. It's just the normal base Diablo game, so whatever. Dynasty Warriors, Strike Force. I have not touched this because, again, I got it really cheap at GameStop, but I have yet to really play it. So this looks like an interesting Dynasty Warriors game. So we'll definitely have to see what that game is at some point. Enchanted Arms. I heard the voice acting and the story isn't that great, but the combat's good? Question mark. Again, I haven't really played it. Enslaved. Heard really good things about it. It includes a Marvel comic. So, that's cool. I recently picked this up for like a few bucks, like $4 at a Half Price Books, because I had some credit there. This looks like an interesting RPG. I'll have to make time for another RPG because I'm already playing Pokemon and I'm playing Xenoblade 2 and got a long laundry list of games to get through, as you can clearly see. Anyway, this is just the base Evil Within for PS3. I have it on PS4 down below, which is marginally better. Far Cry 3, pretty good first-person shooter. Final Fantasy 13, have yet to even attempt this game. So, I beat the other game, Genji Dawn of the Samurai, for PS2, so I have not yet touched this. Folklore is an interesting game. Have not really touched much of it. Ghostbusters is pretty fun. You just hunt ghosts as a new member of the Ghostbusters. Pretty cool. God of War Ascension. Fuck this game. It's really fun. I really love it. But I'm stuck on, I think, the second to last chapter, and I cannot beat the 3 trials. If you guys have any idea what I'm talking about, I cannot, for the love of me, beat those trials near the end. So, yeah, you could call me a bad video game player, but yeah, I'm having very hard trouble with this. But maybe that's just me for putting it on normal and expecting a normal experience. But yeah, fuck it for now. I'll try to go back to it another time. The God of War collection has 1 and 2 on it. Really cool. They have like a God of War Saga, which includes 1, 2, 3, and the next 2 games on here, Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta. So there is a huge collection, but it doesn't include Ascension. So, oh well. There's God of War 3, awesome game. Grand Theft Auto 4, episodes from Liberty City. Yeah, haven't really touched GTA games. I got pretty far in 5, but have yet to beat it. Legends of Rock, one of my favorite Guitar Hero games. Would be nice if I had a Guitar Hero controller, though. Now down here we got Gran Turismo 5. I like cars. Cars are fun. Get to crash into people. Heavenly Sword. I don't know if I really hear too many people talk about this game. It's not that bad. And look, it's got Gollum, too. You know, Andy Serkis. Heavy Rain. One of my favorite Quantic Dream games, just for a few reasons. I really like the story. Didn't exactly like the ending, but yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly. I would, if you could get, I think there's a Quantic Dream Collection for PS4 which has this game, I would highly recommend picking that up. Hitman Absolution, a really solid Hitman game. I like the newer Hitman game, though, for PS4. That has a lot of options for murdering the unexpected or unsuspecting contracts that you have to kill. Infamous. Really love this game. Beat it twice. Was really happy with it. Only beat this once, though, on the good ending. I should really go back and beat the bad ending with Evil Cole. Katamari Forever. I love Katamari. I think I have Katamari on PS2 as well. Really fun games. Really fun. Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. Have not touched this game. Have not really touched any of the Kingdom Hearts games. Shame on me. Oh, Nico, why do you play all these games when you can't touch Kingdom Hearts? Well, I don't know. This is an interesting game. I got this fairly cheap at GameStop. It was like 89 cents with my Power Up Rewards card. It's made by the same people who made the Rogue Squadron games. Yeah. You fly around as a dragon and shoot fireballs at people. How cool is that? I'll tell you. It's very cool. L.A. Noire. Yes, it's a pretty cool game. I mean, I'll just tell you this. Sometimes it's very hard to tell whether a criminal or like a person you're interviewing is lying or you have to doubt them. So it's it's very hard to tell sometimes. So, or it's just me. Let's see. Last of Us is pretty good. I have not touched much of it, so I should definitely go back. Or get the PS4 remaster, which is super cheap right now. Little Big Planets 1 and 2, really awesome games. I absolutely love these games because of how creative you can get. Have not touched 3 yet because I don't have it, but I heard that one wasn't too bad either. You like Star Wars Battlefront? Well, how about Lord of the Rings Battlefront? But it's called Conquest, so it's different. No, seriously, it's a little different, I guess. Lost Planet, think of Monster Hunter, but with guns. Okay, maybe not really. It's better with friends, to be completely honest. Let's see here. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds. Not the best version of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but whatever. Max Payne 3. Have not really touched that. I've beaten the first Max Payne game, though. Where is that? Oh, yeah, it's up there. And I have not even touched the second game, so I can't really say much about the third one either. Mercenaries 2, haven't touched it. Have not touched any of the Metal Gear Solid games. Shame on me again. I have touched a bit of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, but again, shame on me, I haven't played it. I beat Mirror's Edge last year. This was a really fun game. A little frustrating at times, but it was really fun. Everything looked great. If you like Esurance commercials back in the day, that's basically the cutscenes. But yeah, really awesome game. MotorStorm, if you're bored and you want to race against dirt bikes and the likes, then yeah, you'll probably like this game. Oh, not for resale. Oh god. Please, police, don't come to my house. I'm not that far into it, but I really enjoy the story so far. It's kind of shrouded in mystery, but I really like it. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I got a little far into it, but again, you know, this is a running theme for me. You know, I need to go back and beat a few games that I've kind of just left in the backlogs over here. As you can clearly tell, I have quite a bit of backlog. Overlord, Raising Hell. I like Overlord. It's basically Pikmin, but you have little goblin freaks, and they have different types. Just it's Pikmin. It's Pikmin with swords and weapons. Persona 4 Arena. Pretty cool fighting game, but they made a better one, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which has a shit ton of characters. I think I bought the other DLC characters too, so yeah, really fun. They should include a collection, honestly, of like Atlas fighting games. That'd be really cool. PlayStation All-Stars, the less I say about this, the better. It's not that great. Portal 2. I've never played the first one. Don't know why I have the second one, but this is a pretty cool puzzle game. Prince of Persia. The visuals of this game are really nice cel shading, and all in all, a great adventure game. Puppeteer. The visuals for this is great too, because everything's in a puppet setting. Everything's like a theater. So, really cool designs for all the characters. Really enjoying the story so far. I think I'm close to the end. Rage. I have not played this game that much, but I heard it's not that bad. I have not heard anything about the second game, so I can't say anything about that either. Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction. It's basically the first Ratchet and Clank game, but a little bit different. You might be wondering why I have 2 copies of Red Dead Redemption 2. I think 1 copy is my girlfriend's, which I accidentally slipped in here for some reason. But I have the Game of the Year version, which is really cool because it has Undead Nightmare. And Undead Nightmare is horrifying, and I love it. Red Faction. You can destroy buildings with a hammer. That's all I really have for this game. Resistance games, I have not touched them at all, except for the first one. I'm stuck because it's glitching out on me. Chronicles of Riddick. It's a pretty interesting first-person shooter with stealth mechanics. Really cool. And it has Butcher Bay on there, so you don't have to get the Xbox version. Rock Band. I don't have a Rock Band controller. Great! Saints Row. I beat this game twice and still thought it was meh. It's okay. I mean, it's no Grand Theft Auto, but it's okay. I have not touched Saints Row the Third. I absolutely love this game. Saboteur is a wonderful story mixed with third-person shooting, and yeah, all in all, fuck Nazis. that's the name of this game. Shadows of the Damned. I'm pretty far into this game. Again, going back, I'm really far in games, but haven't beat them. This is a really awesome game in general. It's a third-person shooter. I would say it's an ode to Resident Evil third-person shooters. This is really cool. I really like this a lot. Let's see. Sleeping Dogs reminds me a lot of Yakuza. Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. It's weird. I don't actually own the Sly Cooper games on PS2 anymore because I want to get the PS3 Collection because it has all the games. Hooray. I'll have to get that at some point. Sniper Elite 2. This was a really fun game. I like the slow motion action cams that they have. What else do we have here? Let's sit down. Oh, God. Now I'm in lap position. This is an awesome collection of games. Probably one of my favorite ones. Has 40 classic Sega games. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite little mashups of games. Super Street Fighter 4, not the best version, but whatever. This is a really awesome third-person shooter based on the Warhammer universe. Yeah, really cool. If you like third-person shooters and you like Warhammer, this is a must-have. Another third-person shooter, Transformers War for Cybertron. I beat this game too recently. This is a really awesome iteration of the Transformers. They're all at war, and you just have to stop the Decepticons. That's basically every Transformers thing. I know I'm doing that a lot, but that's because I'm trying to think of what to say of certain games. Twisted Metal, got it recently, haven't played it, but I do know it's very good. I've beaten the first 2 Uncharted games? Yeah, I've beaten these 2. They're very fun. I need to get on 3 immediately so I can go all the way to Uncharted 4. Oh, that is Lost Legacy. I need to play Uncharted 4 very badly because I heard the ending and story to that is amazing. So I need to go back to 3 and play it. Valkyria Chronicles. Think of Fire Emblem with guns, but this is done very well. I don't know about the other Valkyria Chronicles games, but this one is very good. And they remastered it on PS4. White Knight Chronicles. Heard the story was meh, but the combat I heard was okay, so I picked this up fairly recently too for pretty cheap. XCOM, Enemy Unknown. One of my personal favorite strategy games, aside from like Doom 2000, obviously. I got very far, I got very stuck in it, because it gets very, very difficult later on. But I will go back and finish it 100%, but I love this game to death. Yakuza 4. Haven't played Yakuza's 1 through 3, so why would I start 4? I'm actually in the middle of completing Yakuza 0, and I also have Yakuza Kiwami for PS4, so this will be nice to get into at some point. I have started, though, Yakuza Dead Souls, because it's like a zombie game. So, this was kind of fun to get into. But again, because I know nothing about Yakuza that much, kind of dumb to get into this and not the other games. And finally, we have the Zone of the Enders HD Collection with a demo of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I have not touched this. But I do like mechs, and mechs are really cool, so I will definitely give this a shot sometime soon. I know they came out on PS2, I believe, so yeah. Really cool that they did an HD version of this. Alright, so that is all of my PS3 games. I'm fairly surprised I got through that, well, not really that quickly, but whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this video has been a little bit informative about a few certain games in here that maybe not a lot of people have seen or heard. Well, maybe informative's too strong of a word. How about knowledgeable? Now you know that some of these games exist if you haven't already known about them. Because that's what I love doing with these collection videos, is showing games that maybe not a lot of people have heard of, and maybe they'll go out and buy it and try it for themselves and kind of widen their variety of video games, you know, from the very select few that they have. Or if they already have a wide variety of games, they'll now have a bigger selection. So yeah, again, that's kind of why I do these videos, to kind of show you guys stuff in my collections, and maybe that piques your interest in getting a few games here and there to add to yours. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. I do want to do more of them because I do have more games to show off and to inform you guys of their existence, basically. So thanks again, and goodbye.